What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 166 of the Nonsense Review. I couldn't find anything interesting, but Rick, we're recording on the 9th of May, so happy Piccolo Day.
Happy Piccolo Day, okay.
Original Dragon Ball, this was the day that King Piccolo ascended the throne and demanded everyone refer to May 9th as King Piccolo Day.
Okay, man, that's a pretty fun one.
I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Today we are doing our second step into This Is the May, and today we're doing it with a little animation, one we've actually mentioned before.
Yeah, it's one that we're fond of and familiar with. It's Lilo and Stitch, we're doing the series.
Yeah, we're going to do the first episode, which involves an experiment which I can't remember, but we'll get into that a bit later, because those of you familiar with the show know before we actually do the bulk of the review, we like to briefly talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
Xbox have shut down a bunch of ZeniMax studios, 4 by most recent count to my knowledge. The big one that's really mind-boggling is they shut down Tango Gameworks, who made Hi-Fi Rush, which it got a BAFTA, and it's currently rated as 10 out of 10 on Steam, and then not one day later state they needed more games like that by pretty much describing exactly what Hi-Fi Rush was.
Yeah, this one's very baffling to me. Like, this is capitalism gonna capitalist. That's pretty much the crux of this, because everyone's being shits right now. We'll get to Sony later on. But it's baffling. I've looked into this a little bit because, unsurprisingly, people won't shut the fuck up about it on Reddit. And there's been a few interviews specifically with the head of, is it Tango Studios?
It would be, yeah.
This was back during when the game first released, rather than when it got shut down. And they were just asking, so how well has the game actually done, considering it's with the Game Pass? And the guy is just like, I mean, it's done well, it's done numbers, everyone's enjoying it, but Microsoft has been very unhelpful in regards to, he didn't word it like this, he was much more political about it. I'm doing my translation. Where Microsoft's been incredibly unhelpful as to say, when it comes to saying what this actually means. And then one day out of the blue, recently this is now, they were just like, yeah, it didn't meet our numbers. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean it didn't meet your numbers?
Yeah. There's always a massive skew when you've got something like that that's on something like Game Pass, in that if people aren't putting money into the game, it's because it's part of a bundle. And yeah, you can go by metrics of like downloads and concurrent players and then take that as a proportion of what people are paying for Game Pass, but even then, that's nothing compared to a full game price.
Yeah, essentially they got fucked by this. They got double fucked because, you know, they were under the impression that people are liking this game, and people did like this game. A lot of people are upset that this studio has been shut down.
Yeah. And to rub it into the wound, Microsoft let Humble Bundle put it on their Humble Choice for this month.
Wow, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Another story is that there's now rumblings that I can't believe this. The audacity of these fucks. Game Pass isn't profitable, so it's probably going to be going up in price again soon.
Oh, cheese and biscuits.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking ridiculous. But that's the problem, is that I guess Microsoft saw the shit that was... Let's just talk about this. I've got it on my list, but let's just talk about it now. I think they saw the shit that happened to Sony, and were like, Sony's in everyone's shit books right now, so let's try and outshit them.
Yeah. Then again, Microsoft have been doing a lot of shit behind the scenes with Windows as well recently.
Go on.
The ability to install Windows without a Microsoft account has pretty much gone away. They're putting full screen ads in Windows 11 and making it so that Windows 10 is not supported in the reasonably foreseeable future. I think it's next year that Windows 10 is probably going away. If you want to keep on using Windows 10, you got to pay an amount of money for a license for it for security updates, which then doubles the following year and then doubles the year after.
Yeah, I get it. They're trying to price people out of it. It's one of those things, Rick, where I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but I actually don't like updating my PC.
Yeah, totally.
And it's just like, oh yeah, but your security risks. And I'm like, I don't go on websites I don't trust. I don't click on banners. I use AdBlock and uBlock and pop-up blocker. And it's not because, oh, you're depriving everyone of their income. I don't care about that. If your income relies on people clicking on a banner that's nefarious, then you don't deserve it.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. I joke about it, but AdBlock is pretty much the best antivirus you can have because it stops things being nefarious before it gets to you.
You're not even even the only one who makes that joke. Like, plenty of people do. It's very easy to avoid viruses by not playing the advertising game. Like, the number one delivery system of a virus is a pop-up you didn't realise popped up, because it does that thing where it pops up and then immediately goes away.
Yeah, it pops up and minimises, goes under the thing you're doing, and then just installs itself. Yeah. Although you did mention Sony.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Yeah, Helldivers. It requires a PSN sign-in, but then they retracted it because review bombing for once works.
I mean, it works all the time, and I was honestly, big shout out to Steam in this case, because they helped a lot, because they removed the what was it, 2-hour playtime for refund requests, because they immediately recognised, oh no, this is bullshit, because you won't be able to play this game no more if you're in about 120 countries.
Yeah. They delisted the game, and apparently it's still not being relisted in those countries, but you can just have a Steam account from somewhere else and try and get a workaround, whereas for the PlayStation Network, you can't.
Yeah, I feel legitimately bad for the developers of Helldivers 2, because they got fucked by this news harder than anyone deserves. This wasn't their decision. Don't give them hate for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the CEO was on Twitter basically saying, this is out of our hands, this is something from Sony. We're also not happy about this.
I think the most damning one was someone tweeting him from one of the aforementioned countries saying, I'm from this country where PlayStation doesn't exist, what do I do? And the CEO just went, I don't know.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's been walked back on, so there's potentially light at the end of the tunnel for people that are in those countries, but the writing is on the wall that Sony see every other major publisher as like having a launcher and having their finger in the pie and having the metrics all the time. I 100% believe that the Sony launcher for PC is being written as we speak.
It's one of those where, let's put it this way, I like console gaming anyway, I like using a console, it makes life easier.
Yeah.
If I'm going to play Sony games, I'm just going to play it on a Sony console.
Yeah, just play it on the PlayStation. The last thing I've got on the world is Darth Jar Jar. This may or may not be Jar Jar himself, but it's definitely a character voiced by Ahmed Best. It's going to be a villain for an upcoming Lego Star Wars CGI cartoon.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I've got on that. It's basically they're just leaning into the meme and having the real Ahmed Best do it.
It's Lego Star Wars, like, no one takes those things seriously, and if they do, they're weird.
Personally, Pokerogue came out. That is a Pokemon roguelike experience that is played through the browser. This is different to Pokemon Emerald Rogue.
You say that as if I knew what that was.
Pokemon Emerald Rogue is the one that I'd heard of and the one that I thought was being referred to when I first heard of this 2 days ago. So I've also now started playing it. It's fun. Play it through the browser, and like every 10 levels you get a Poke Center. Once you catch something, it's then added to your Pokedex roster, and you can just have it as a starter, as it were.
Okay, but I'm not sure I understand you, Rick, because you glossed over something, because you said every 10 levels. Now, what does that mean? Levels of a dungeon or levels of your Pokemon?
Every 10 encounters.
Okay.
Whether it be a random battle or a trainer.
Sure.
And after every encounter, you get an item drop. Simple things like revives or Pokeballs that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
I believe things like XP boosters are persistent. So like the XP share, once you've got it once, you've got it forever. And obviously the Pokemon themselves, once you've unlocked it once, you've got it unlocked for the rest of your account, as it were. And yeah, it's been fun so far. I've not gotten very far because I'm rather shit and I've only done it twice, but I can see myself losing a lot of time into this. It also works on mobile.
That's dangerous.
It is. Although it is through the internet, so you need a decent connection if you're going to be pissing about with that. And the other thing that I've done is I watched Mashal.
I don't know what this is.
It's an anime that is a non-magical guy goes to Magic Academy, and this guy is non-magical to the degree of being almost One Punch Man levels of bullshit.
I don't know what that means. You mean, like, despite having absolutely zero magical powers, he's just beast exams anyway? I don't get it.
Yeah, pretty much. He fakes having earth magic by stomping the ground and kicking a pebble.
Okay, so it's literally just a Japanese guy read the meme of the barbarian casting fist and went, yeah, that's a good joke, I'm going to make my whole fucking series about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's been, like, pretty funny so far. I finished Season 1. Season 2 is currently ongoing, so I'm going to dive into that presently.
So it's a gag manga then? Or...
Oh, it's totally a gag manga. The main guy, he's very deadpan, he's got a mushroom haircut. His normal response to things is K. And yeah, most of the comedy is from how deadpan he is and the fact that he can just make other people shit themselves in fear at how he's bullshitting his way through everything with just pure power. But yes, that's about it for me. How about you? How have you been, and what have you seen in the wide world?
Oh man, it's been a busy week. Rick, I've played a few games this week. I played Wargroove 1.
Okay.
I played the first chapter, basically. It's like Fire Emblem-esque. It's like got a Fire Emblem charm to it, so much so the main protagonist for the first chapter has got blue hair.
Okay. So is this the Fire Emblem one, not the Advance Wars one, right?
It feels a bit Advanced Wars.
Okay.
It's like I say, it's got the Fire Emblem charm, but it's Advanced Wars really, because you're building units.
Sure. Okay. I got you.
It's turn-based. I love turn-based games. Each country seems to have 3 dudes, because you have one dude who's your hero. If that person gets wiped out, it doesn't matter what the win condition is, that person loses.
Sure.
So it's one of those. It's fun. Like I said, I've only done the first chapter. I'm on chapter 2. I don't know how religiously I'm going to actually bother finishing this, because the plot's a bit meh.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a thing I did. Another game I went into was... It's been on my to-do list for fucking ages, and I finally got around to it. It's Metal Hellsinger.
Okay.
It's a rhythm-based action game.
Yeah, we know how much you love those.
Well, I like rhythm games. Action games can eat a dick. Yeah, I was very confused as to how well this would actually work, and then I played the first level and I went, oh, this is really... They got something special here.
Yeah, it's dangerous when you get something like that.
I mean, the silver lining really is the fact that there's only like 8 levels. You got some torments you can do, and obviously you can make the game more difficult, but I'm not going to do that. I'm playing on normal mode, which I think is called Goat. I think that the easy mode's called Lamb. And easy mode, you can revive 3 times and enemies don't do as much damage, and I'm like, it's for pussies. So I went into normal mode. Hard mode is you only get 1 resurrection. Normal mode you get 2. Easy mode you get 3. And then there's super fuck off hard mode that you have to do something to unlock, which I'm going to guess is beat the game on hard.
Yeah.
And it's like you get 1 shot. And I'm like, ooh, fuck that. But anyway, it's good. It's got a nice variety of guns. If you attack enemies on the beat of the music, you do excellent fuck off damage, and usually 1-2 hit KO enemies. Even if you're not good at this game is very good at making you feel like a badass.
That's always a fun time where, like you say, it making you feel good even though you know you're not doing well, because like the effects look cool and things are in time to the music and the music ramps up.
I'm glad you said that, because you got a multiplier going on. Each step of the multiplier adds more music to the music. When you're at 16 times multiplier, which is the max, that's when the vocals kick in.
Sure, gotcha.
So yeah, it's really well done. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I bought it ages ago. It didn't run on my laptop, but it does run on my PC, so that's why I've finally given it a go. And yeah, it's good. There's fun moments where you're just beasting people doing perfects, and then you fuck up one swing and you're doing a bunch of dud movements, and you're like, okay, I just have to stop for a minute and get the beat back because I'm fucking this up. But yeah, when you're on beat, you feel great, and it's pretty lenient, as in, like, it's pretty easy to get back on beat, even if you're not good at hearing it. There are visual indicators if you need to use that.
Gotcha.
Metal Hellsinger, definitely recommend it. Okay, fuck it, let's talk about it. Hades 2 came out.
Yeah, it did. So it's in early access right now, is it, yeah?
Yeah, they're doing the same thing they did with Hades 1, although I didn't jump on Hades 1 until it was done.
Sure.
There's a lot here, considering it's still early access. There's a lot of articles going around, specifically from Kotaku, saying, don't buy this game, it's in early access. And it's like, wow, Kotaku's saying not to buy a game in early access. Am I in the Twilight Zone? You fucks. I don't know why they've got an axe to grind against Supergiant Games, but apparently they have.
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
But yeah, let's get to it. Hey man, this game feels like I'm playing Hades 2.
Yeah.
I think that's the best compliment I can give it.
Yeah, absolutely. By all accounts, people that have played it have been enjoying it.
It's good. It's very fun. The characters are charming, although I didn't expect otherwise. I managed to beat the first boss on my second run, so I felt pretty happy.
Yeah.
And I've managed to meet the second boss. I beat the second boss on my first try. I don't know how, because every time I've come up to it since, it's kicked my ass.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've seen the third area, and that's all I'm saying, and that's as far as I've gotten. I got my ass kicked in Area 3 very hard. I'm not looking forward to getting back there.
Sure. Yeah, sometimes that's... sometimes you do just get into the groove, though, yeah?
Certainly. Our new main character, Mel, she controls very differently to Zagreus, while also feeling the same. Like, the core mechanics are there.
I get you.
Okay, they introduced a new thing for Mel. Mel is very much a caster.
Sure,
She
okay.
has a mana bar.
Right, okay.
What that means is you've got your normal attack, which is it's square on the PlayStation, but it's X on Xbox. So that's just your swings. You've got triangle, which is, Zagreus' cast. cast that used to be on circle.
Yeah.
On the default weapon, that's a cast. You send out a little projectile. And B is your actual cast. That doesn't change no matter what weapon you're wielding. And her cast is an AoE.
Right, okay, I get you.
And now here's the kicker, is you can hold down each button to make an Omega attack.
Yeah, charge attacks and stuff, yeah.
That uses your mana, and it's her casting some form of spell.
Sure.
And that changes per weapon. So far, my favourite weapon is the dagger and claw. It's a very fast weapon. I tried using the axe, and I liked it, but I got my ass kicked by the first boss, so I really do need to get accustomed to it. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a good time. I highly recommend it. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. So I'm sure I'll get to it like when I do, because I'm still not finished with Hades 1 yet.
One thing I will say is fuck Eris. Eris is a character that got introduced. She's the I forget what her official role is, but she represents Strife. And
sure,
what she is she's a built-in mechanic to stop you from going too far.
Right, okay.
So if you're really good at Hades 1, you can theoretically beat the game on your first run. It's difficult, but it can be done. And I'm sure people can still do that with Hades 2. However, the first time you beat the first boss, you bump into Eris, and she gives you the gift of Strife. It means everything that hits you does 20% more damage. But that doesn't sound too bad. However, it also has the little line after it that says, by the way, this increases by 5% each encounter. So in 10 encounters time, you're up to 70%. If you do another 20, you're well over taking double damage. So yeah, it's definitely like, I think the devs looked at Hades 1 and went, we need to make it difficult for people to just sequence break encounters.
Make it too difficult for people to just boss it.
Pretty much, man. Like, every time I've had an Eris encounter, I've not beaten that zone because the enemy's just too much. I'm too reckless, basically, is what I'm saying.
Sure, I get you.
You can get away with it on base damage, but not so much on when they increase it a little bit. I've met the 2 friendly NPCs that you can randomly encounter in chambers for the first 2 zones. I won't spoil them, they're fun. And yeah, you met Thanatos in Hades 1, didn't you?
I think so.
He's the guy who helps you in encounters sometimes. He actually just spawns and kills things and you have a contest with him.
No, actually, I've met Sisyphus though. Okay,
no, Sisyphus is what I mean by I've met the 2 friendly characters that take up chambers. But yeah, they've expanded on that a little bit. I've met 2 people who can randomly join your encounters and help you clear the chambers, so that's an interesting change. It's a good game, I highly recommend it. I've pretty much realised at the last 5 minutes all I've been saying is Hades 2 good, buy it. But you know, Rick, you're not the only person who's been watching anime.
What have you seen?
I've caught up with Dungeon Meshi, which is a bit weird because the new episode is meant to come out today, but it's not out yet, but it will be by the time this episode comes out. I'm up to episode 18, which is at the moment up to date.
Okay.
That show continues to be good.
Yeah.
It's fun, it's fluffy.
It's on my list, so yeah, I'll be catching up with you shortly.
But more importantly, because I'm up to date on that, I'm also trying to clear my Netflix to watch list, so I've started watching Spy X Family.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard that one is rather wholesome in a weird way.
Okay, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, and my god, it was a struggle to get over episode 1 because it was a horrible episode, because the little child Anya is her name.
Yeah, Anya Forger, yeah.
Originally, Lloyd does not want to adopt her, really, and they make that clear, and my heart's just breaking. By the way, did not know Anya was a telepath.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that threw me for a loop, and I went, okay, this now makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Like, I think she knows everything, but has to keep it a secret.
Sort of. Again, it's hard to tell. Like, it's 24 episodes. I'm only 2 episodes in. Anya's adorable. I'm glad the first episode ended the way it did. Episode 2 is Lloyd meeting Yor, and yeah, episode 3 is going to be them pretending to be a family for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. Probably poorly.
Well, I've not seen it, so all I've heard is that it's wholesome.
I hope so, man, because again, the first episode was a hurdle. You ready for some news?
Yeah, let's go.
Bernard Hill passes away at 79.
Oh, this is Theoden, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Theoden. He also played the captain of the Titanic in Titanic, which, well, before Endgame, it was the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
I might have got beaten by Avatar as well. I can't actually remember.
Yeah, I think it did.
Either way, it was the highest grossing movie of all time for a while.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, it's depressing, and it's depressing for a few reasons. One, that's another great actor gone. The silver lining is, of course, 79 is not the worst age to go at.
Yeah, it's pretty good innings.
The thing I read, which was rather depressing, is that he literally had a convention to attend this weekend. So
Ooh.
That means it was just sudden and out the blue, and that sucks.
Yeah, you wouldn't be planning that kind of thing if you knew you were,
Well, if you were ill. Rick, what are we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing Lilo and Stitch. It's episode 1, Richter. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I was telling Rick while we were setting up, I remember this theme tune, but mostly because it's gibberish. Sorry, not the actual Hawaiian that's being sung. I mean Stitch's input.
Yeah. Man. Oh, man, this is nostalgia. Aloha, you come on by.
Here's the thing, I've never had the subtitles on before. I didn't realise there was any English in the singing.
Oh, man, the tiki versions of it just remind me so much of the Monster Hunter preview images that you get for monsters.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, Aunt Bleakley.
I never understood why they had the White Rabbit evil guy and Gantu joining in the dancing at the beginning.
I think it's just because they're part of the cast.
Like, why is that going to stop you from drinking?
Yeah.
We live in Britain.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
staple is warm beer at the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big plot point, is these little orbs only activate when combined with water.
Yeah, they're all freeze-dried.
Oh yeah, this is a joke, is that this tourist is always dropping his ice cream.
Yep. And Lilo thinks that he's beautiful. Oh yeah, and Captain Gantu's ship looks like his head.
Why do I know that voice?
He's a generally well-known voice actor.
What, Gantu, yeah?
Yes.
I know the voice, but I'm not placing it. Can you just tell me?
It's Kevin Michael Richardson.
I don't know that name.
What else was he in? He's in Invincible, Gravity Falls,
None of this is helping
Uncle
me.
Grandpa.
Oh yeah, he's the lizard in Uncle Grandpa. He's got the same voice, hasn't he?
Yeah, there's a lizard in that. And he's the black guy newscaster on Family Guy. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's the one who's Peter's current boss.
I don't fucking know who that is. I haven't watched Family Guy in years. Oh yeah, shit, this did used to teach people stuff as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do like the slight, like, it's slightly stereotypical, but I don't care, like the broken English, but still sophisticated.
Yeah. So, the English itself is very simple, but the
grammar's just a bit off. Like, the words are put in the wrong order, but it's more charming than anything.
Mm-hmm. I tried to evoke that with Sieg.
Okay. You know, a rope is probably actually useful, but not for the reason why he thinks it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, emergency ouch reducer.
Emergency ouch reducer, yeah. Oh yeah, David who's got the horn for Nani.
I agree.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise how ripped Nani was. Like, her arms have got, like, she's got muscles.
She does. And she's also not rail thin either, so she's got a little bit of squish to her.
If my boss was like, hey, we had an earthquake, so we need everyone in today, I'd be like, oh, that's cool, fuck off. Oh, he's one of them, is he?
Yeah. Everyone needs to come in. I'm gonna fuck off.
Yeah, but the fact that his first reaction is, oh, it's your day off, do you like your job? Is like, that's too real.
Yeah.
I believe they mentioned the shake machine, so I'm starting to get recollections of this episode, and I think his perfect placement is he's going to be the new shake machine.
Yeah, he makes the shake.
Is that not fucking overkill?
A little bit.
You fucking brought them!
Yeah.
I do like the resurgence of the meme lately of, I want you to send me the bestest angel you've ever got, and it just cuts to Stitch being like,
yeah.
That is fucking so real. That's a joke I would not have gotten when I was a kid.
Yeah. Why are you so big?
Really easy to forget how fucking evil this guy was, right?
Yeah. He's just retired.
Well, technically he's reformed. Like, he's under house arrest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always tempting for evil.
It also shows that his he always has a backup plan for if his experiments go fucking mental, because he always has the solution to use this.
Yeah.
It will stop the
I
problem.
think he's normally able to, build something to help out as well.
True. It's not the most adventurous design, is it?
Nah.
How didn't you see this coming, Lilo? It's literally his only deal.
Bad physics. I'm pretty sure Malaquista means eat shit.
Oh, I mean, anything Stitch says could be interpreted as just random swearing.
Yeah.
If it's any consolation, I don't think Gantu's fitting in the cave.
No.
It was a good fucking throw. I love how the capture capsule is filled with sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's some weird pauses in the flow of the episode.
Well, that was bad timing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got, like, night vision for that.
Some of us like to call it oh, no, it's not quite predator vision because there's no heat, but...
It's not quite look at this toy, because, you know, it's just a blaster that can shoot sticky, but if that showed up in every episode, you could see how that would be a look at this toy moment, wouldn't you?
I mean, I think it technically does, because Gantu's got the same gun.
Sure.
Like, it's just a generic blaster with a different type of ammo in it this time.
Ammo, yeah. He's happy now.
Yeah, there you go. Here he is, doing some work.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. He's built the Dr. Robotnik drill car.
Look, I'm just saying, if I was good with any type of practical effects, I would love to cosplay as Jumbo.
Yeah.
But, like, if you didn't have the prosthetics, you would just be a fat bloke in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. A mostly bald fat bloke in a Hawaiian shirt.
I'm not going to make the joke, but I'm thinking it.
Yeah.
I know.
And none of us are skinny enough to play as Pleakley.
I mean, yeah. And that sticky stuff lasts a while, doesn't it?
It did, yeah. At least eat one.
I think one of the part of the joke is that he doesn't actually like sandwiches.
Yeah.
Never mind. I guess I was wrong. They definitely said bastard. Listen to this Kingdom Hearts music.
Hmm.
Now, I know it's a cartoon, so who gives a fuck, but that should have caused us a cave-in.
Yeah, just as bad as the actual tremors. I don't get how it doesn't destroy so much of the ceiling that it's clinging to that it falls off.
Don't question it, it's a cartoon. Oh, he's starting shit now.
Yeah. Don't start shit with Stitch in particular.
Oh, what a tough choice. Orange Ball or Lilo?
Well, he was still too slow for Lilo.
Yeah, only because he's a prick. It's really easy to forget how strong Stitch is meant to be, isn't it?
Yeah. And he puts his seatbelt back on because that's a requirement.
I think it actually is. I think
it's a requirement of the comics code.
Yeah.
Like, if you show someone without a seatbelt, they have to suffer the consequences within a very short amount of time.
Oi, bastard, drop it.
I think Jumbo does actually win at least a couple of times.
You mean Gantu?
Oh yeah, Gantu. Yeah, I think Captain Gantu does actually win a couple of times.
I think every time he wins, he sends the experiment in question to Hamsterville, and it's never helpful.
Oh yeah.
I do like how Gantu has got enough wherewithal to not just outright destroy Lilo.
Yeah.
Like, he knows he can beat the shit out of Stitch and Stitch will be fine, but he doesn't so much as even flick Lilo.
Yeah, because it would just be an intergalactic war crime if he just, like, killed a person.
Well, that's just it, because Gantu is meant to be technically a quote-unquote good guy, because in the movies, he was trying to stop Jumba and 626.
Yeah. Like, he lost his job.
Yeah. That's why he works for
Grand
Hamsterville now.
Councilwoman fires him, and that's why he becomes a mercenary that works for Hamsterville. But I think at the end of, like, the final movie, he gets reinstated.
Maybe. Man, I wish hot wiring cars was as easy as movies made it look.
I'm glad it isn't.
Well, that's a big problem with in Hawaii, is that most of its income is based on tourism, and tourists suck.
Oh yeah, they totally do. Saltwater eyes, yeah.
He's not a puppy! Then doesn't it cost like 99 cents?
Yeah. It costs $1 at the 99-cent store.
Well, if he already hit a weak point, then it would be a chain reaction, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is an actual earthquake. Oh yeah, there we go. Just like you said. Okay, there we go.
Well, they did say at the beginning of the episode that his sole purpose was to find the big weak point and then he'll hit it.
Yeah.
So Jumper and Fleekley are a thinly coded gay romance, right?
Oh, totally. Like, I don't think Pleakley actually has to be here.
No. He's just here for comic relief, and so Jumper has something to do off screen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yes. Jumba's pet twink.
I don't know. I think it actually comes up in an episode that Fleekley technically has no gender, and/or is both.
Fair enough.
Okay, listen. Why would your auto clean system immediately do that?
I don't know.
Would he not be able to just break the glass with his tail? And then again, I suppose it's meant to be designed to do something with fucking 626, so...
Yeah, it could hold Stitch, so it has to be like Diamond Hard or something.
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fuck everything we were just saying. How would that work?
How did it not just...
It's actually very considerate of him.
Yeah.
I like how he's just like, I'm just here. It's like the old joke of like, well, not joke, but it's like why Dragon Age Origins is kind of cool because you could play an evil piece of shit, and it's like, well, how come he's trying to save the world? Because bitch, he lives on the world.
Yeah, I live there. All my dollies are there.
Bitch, he dies too.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious because she went whoa, but then didn't move at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Bifurcated. Fuck me, that's a big word, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happened to Bishop.
And Maul.
Oh, yeah. You can tell we're in the end stretch now, so getting really happy music.
Yeah, it's just ramping up to the end credits theme, pretty much.
Aha! Get it?
Yeah.
This is so dumb. I still think it's dumb. Imagine it, the whole island shakes every time he makes a milkshake. Motherfucker, all you need is a blender.
And how doesn't he spill it all?
It's such a dumb joke, but I love it.
Yep, yep.
Oh, D. Bradley Baker was in there.
Yes. Don't know who he was, though.
No, neither do I. Like, that motherfucker's chameleon.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
It took a while for me to fucking, it's like Troy Baker, he's also a chameleon, but because he's Troy Baker, his name's always the first on the fucking list. Who's the other fucking one? Oh, God, that's gonna drive me nuts. And I realise that's not helpful, Rick. Who's the other voice actor?
Oh, he's David in Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay. Oh,
man, yeah.
Fuck, what's the other guy's name?
No, Jim Cummings is a pretty much a chameleon, except when he's just doing Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it blows my mind when you see Jim Cummings' name in a thing, and you're like, I didn't hear Winnie the Pooh, and you realise that's the outlier.
Yeah. Just now and again, he's either Winnie the Pooh or Sinister Winnie the Pooh. But other than that, he's like pretty good at just like changing his voice around.
I mean, fucking Charles Martinet is pretty good at voice acting too. Like, I would never have guessed he was Parthenax.
Oh, absolutely not. That's like so far out of the timbre of the Mario universe. And the fact that he is essentially the entire Mario universe, by the way.
Yeah.
Or was.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad that he's got a deal with Nintendo that just straight up says, we'll pay you forever.
Yeah. And it's also nice that he's essentially got the ability to sign off on and bless the successor.
Yeah. I still think he got fucked over in the movie, though.
Oh, totally. Like, totally. Absolutely fucked on the movie.
Yeah. There's not much... We're going on this tangent because we've got 3 minutes of credits to sit through, guys, and there's not much to talk about it because the fucking Lilo and Stitch is actually decent as a show.
Yeah. I don't think this was a very good opening episode, but like this could have been... You get this a lot with these shows, that many of the opening episodes could be shown in pretty much any order.
I think all the episodes could be shown in any order because they never actually reference the experiments ever again, apart from in the second movie.
Well, they do 624 again.
Yeah, but that's the movie. You talk about the girl one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Okay. Yeah, it's a two-parter though, so yeah, fair enough.
But
because I think there's like 40 episodes of the regular series.
there's 26 according to Disney Plus.
Okay.
Like, I'm starting to suspect that there was a second, shorter series that happened after the second movie, and that might be what you're thinking of.
Yeah, there's Stitch has a glitch, and there's Leroy and Stitch as well.
I'm pretty sure Leroy and Stitch was the straight-to-fucking-video sequel.
Yeah, Leroy and Stitch is the, like, super finale, I believe.
Oh, never mind then. Maybe I'm wrong.
So Lilo and Stitch 2 is the...
Stitch has a glitch.
Yeah, that's Stitch has a glitch. Yeah, that's the opening for this, and then Leroy and Stitch is the final one.
But I didn't think that was the opening for this. I thought that came after.
Okay. 39 it goes to.
Well, I guess my Disney Plus is weird because it said 26 earlier. Or maybe I just didn't scroll down far enough.
And season 2 goes to 26.
There's multiple Disney Plus lied to me.
Yeah, season 1 goes to 39, season 2 goes to 26.
Well, now I'm reopening Disney Plus to double check because I don't know where I got 26 from.
Well, that's what's in season 2.
But I wasn't on season 2. Fuck me. Okay, yeah. So, 39 episodes for season 1. These are all interchangeable because they never get referenced again in season 1. That's my point.
Sure.
And here's the thing, Rick, is because I'm used to watching Disney Plus on my TV. I didn't realise that there was a little thing there that said 2 seasons that you could switch between because usually it's just on the side.
Sure.
So that's on me.
So yeah, Stitch the movie was the opening for this. Lilo and Stitch 2, I guess, was the direct-to-video movie, and Leroy and Stitch is the ending for the series.
Sure, but I'm just blown away right now because I'm looking at episode 19 and episode 21 of season 2, and it's got a crossover with both Kim Possible and Recess.
Oh, Rufus, yeah.
And there's a character from... wow, season 2 was just... We're just going to cross over with all the other cartoons we've got.
Yeah, the Proud House, yeah.
I think it's the Proud Family.
Proud Family, Proud Family. It's the Loud House and the Proud Family, not the Proud House. Okay.
Rick, what do you think?
It brought back a lot of nostalgia, but it wasn't the best episode. How about you? What do you think?
Oh, fuck me. Very short thoughts.
Yes.
I think it was a decent episode. I certainly remember it. So, I didn't remember it from the title. I was like, what the fuck is this one? But when I saw the design of the experiment, I'm like, oh yeah. Case in point, when the shake machine got broken, I was like, I remember how this ends.
Yeah, totally.
Like, there's certainly more memorable episodes, and it doesn't help that my mind's being all jumbled because I didn't actually watch everything to do with Lilo and Stitch. I watched the first movie and I watched the TV show. So we had that massive discussion at the end of the episode, and it's just like I'm not arguing in bad faith, but I'm arguing based on what Disney Plus is telling me because that's all I got.
Yeah, totally. I get you.
But yeah, it was perfectly fine. One of the things that spawned our clipping shenanigans was literally the sentence of Lilo and Stitch was actually pretty good though.
Yeah, actually, there's lots of it.
Rick, favourite moment?
Probably when they were in Gantu's ship and Ruben just goes, great company. I'll go make more.
Yeah, which is even more funny because 2 seconds later we saw Gantu get hit against a wall and a mountain of sandwiches pour out.
Yeah, they just come out the wall. He's always making them and always storing them, like the hamster that he is. But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite moment?
It's hard to pin down because it was everything kind of blurred into one a bit, but I don't know, man. I think my favourite moment was just at the very end. It was the final gag, and it's the running gag throughout the series because it happens every episode. It's fat, sunburnt, white tourist spills ice cream / ice-themed treat.
Yeah, builds a treat. Yeah.
I don't believe he ever talks.
No, I don't think he does.
But we can't only talk about the good, we also have to talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link for me?
It was some of the weird pacing within the episode, not from the plot, but like individual moment to moment, like there was like a 1 second gap in between something happening and the next thing happening. And it wasn't like comic timing in that way. It was just, they just stand around waiting for the scene to progress.
Like, honestly, you mentioned it during the episode and I didn't really catch any of it, but that might be because I was too busy talking.
Sure, maybe so. But it's a bit of a nitpick. Like, generally, I thought it was pretty well done. But yeah, how about you? What was your weakest link?
I mean, I thought this followed straight on from the Lilo and Stitch movie, like the first one. And this being the first episode doesn't really cement that.
Yeah, so this follows on from the Stitch movie, which was the kind of sequel, and that's what introduces Dr. Hamsterville.
I mean, I guess. I don't remember that. I have no knowledge of this being a thing.
Because before this, the last thing that happened to Captain Gantu was was him getting fired from the Galactic Patrol.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it feels a bit odd. It's a bit of a tonal... Well, not even a tonal shift, that's the wrong word. It's just... it both assumes you watched everything beforehand, but also watched nothing.
Sure, yeah.
You know, but it doesn't quite give you enough ground. Like, if you were watching this scratch, you wouldn't know what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. I'm also clutching at straws, because, like, there wasn't anything outright awful about this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, mine was a rather tenuous weak link to begin with, and because, yeah, just generally it's been proficient.
Brings us to the final question, I believe. So, Rick, do you have an MVP?
My MVP is one Jumba Jukiva, because he provided pretty much everything that needed to be provided for everything to go well. He built the drill car, he gave them the sticky goo. Now, the sticky goo wasn't quite as good as Pleakley's survival gear, but yeah, I think Jumba did more than Pleakley.
The sticky goo was more than adequate, it's just Stitch kept missing.
Oh, yeah. So how about you? Who's going to be your MVP?
I'm going to give my MVP award to Stitch because he gave up his little citrus orb.
Yeah, he's gave a citrus orb. The bougie boo.
Yeah, he gave it up. At the end of the day, Stitch was the MVP. He did the most legwork as far as catching the monster. I keep calling it monster. Experiment is concerned. Yeah, Jumba helped on the technical side of things, but Stitch did the legwork. And it took him a moment, but he did save Lilo at least twice.
Man, it's nice to see when the monster of the week is a positive force rather than just a villain, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, because the monster of the week is something to catch rather than something to fight against.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, because the obstacle is always the fact that Gantu is also trying to catch it.
Yeah.
I think that does it for today, guys. That was Lilo and Stitch, the first episode. We're probably not going to watch more of this on the show, but who knows? If you hen and haw at us, maybe we'll watch some more. That being said, if you want to do said henning and hawing, you could drop us a comment in the comment section down below. Alternatively, if you're listening via one of the audio platforms, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely. And remember, this is the May, and we've got more space stuff next week.
Bye.